dating apps.
Hmm.
My friends, I have friends who they pay for all the services on the dating apps. They're looking for love like everyone else, right? And
Hmm.
they're trying to understand why it is not happening for them. So, from a woman's perspective, do shirtless pics work?
What a question. It's so funny. Do shirtless things work from a woman's perspective? Um, right. So if we're talking about women who are looking for a high value man long term, and because I do dating audits, right? Sorry, dating profile audits. So clients that want it, I just go through their Instagram and go through their because now Instagram is like an extension of all these apps, right? So I have people like, well, I kind of filter them into my Instagram and also on the dating apps. And I say it to them too, like, okay, it depends how you want to market yourself. So for guys, that's his first picture, that's his profile picture, and you're a woman and you want a serious relationship, we are on the defense because our first question is, right, this is supposed to be your best foot forward, and that's your first picture. What are your motives, right? You might still swipe right and just be like, okay, let's see how it goes. But I'm sure the women on the podcast, and the audience even can relate and say 9 times out of the 10, that guy that they've swiped right on and they had the shirt off is going to start being, the chat's going to go physical fast because that's what's important to him. So, on the other side for ladies, I'm like, put that skin away because the lucky man will find out that you've got a great body. He doesn't need to know that now. He can see your silhouette, like he can see your shape to see if you're his preference and all. That's fine. Like, let's not hide the fact that we want to have that interaction eventually and be intimate with someone. But put that skin away. If he deserves it, he will see it. So don't worry. He has a big imagination, like all of you men do. So you don't have to show it all. So I would just say, for men who are doing that, if your shirt is off, it's got to be within a context which your shirt needs to be off. Not just like I'm at the gym. It's like, okay, so if there's a cool picture showing like what you like to do, or you're being a manly man, we like that. We like to see the masculine. So if you're being a manly man and you're chopping wood, that makes sense. But if you're just toilet selfie and your shirt's off, it's like, what's happening here? Am I being solicited? Like what's happening?
I know when I used to be on dating apps, this was maybe eons ago, probably when it first started, right? And became mainstream. I had three pictures. And one picture was actually the selfie, but I was fully clothed. And another one was me at an event where I was in a dress shirt, the dress vest, and it was like a full body image.
Mhm.
And another one was me just doing something like around the house. And I found a little bit of a success with that, but I also found that my bio was important as well, with what I was actually saying.
Yeah.
And I know there are many times where men will put, at least the feedback that I get from the women, is that men will put that they're looking for something long term when they're really not,
Yeah.
right? But they don't realize that everything they're saying before that sentence and after that sentence impacts that actual sentence. So, what kind of tips can you give to the
Yeah.
men from the woman's perspective when it comes to creating their online persona? Because
Mhm.
I didn't realize this was a thing, but Instagram, as you mentioned, is an extension of it. So is TikTok, so is Facebook, so is YouTube. So, what tips can you give from the to the men from the female's perspective?
Oh, I love these questions. I can't wait to show my audience this show. They're going to be like, oh, yes, Rachel, tell them. So, right. First of all, let's talk about the bio, right? Women use twice as many words as men. So I know you guys are great at synthesizing things, but really go into a little bit of detail in the bio. Give us a little bit of a feel of who you are. The I'm looking for a long-term girlfriend thing and you're not. Men, like we're so intuitive as women. We will pick that up so fast. Like we don't even have to be into the tarot and the crystal. We are just naturally very intuitive, so we can smell a rat from far away. And I just want like the men listening here to know, and like if your friends, for example, listen to your show as well, you don't have to promise a long-term relationship in order for a woman to go on a date with you. Like there will be women on the app that just want that physical relationship as well. Like they're on board because they're in that particular part of their journey. So, you know, you don't have to, treat some women as if they're naive. Oh, I've got to play the game that, oh, maybe there's potential and they'll sleep with me. Because there are plenty of women that are like, well, this is the phase of my life I'm in. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, the low value kind of woman. It's women who are so busy, maybe they're on their third business and they just want the companionship and that physical interaction, but in a respectful dynamic where you're both in agreement that okay, we're going to be intimate with each other. Right now, we don't have the capacity emotionally, financially, whatever it is, to accommodate a relationship on that level, but we can be physical because we both have human needs. Trust me, there are so many women, particularly women who are doing very, very well, that would be happy to have that. But it's the second that we smell a rat and it's, oh, I'm just looking for the one. And it's like, you've lost. We actually like the honesty. You can just tell us. It's fine, you know?
Do How successful are the women with the online dating piece that you help with
Mhm.
in regards to finding what they want that's more than just the physical or what we would call the hookup culture?
Yeah, so interesting you're asking this because so what I help with that is because there's so many men online on the apps. Everyone is looking for love. I feel like even more so obviously post-COVID. Um, and what I personally do is in my practice and the package I offer is really helping to ramp up the quality so that women are not talking to 11 guys at once, but you are only talking to the high quality men. So it's a tough one because they come to me obviously because they can't find the quality that they're looking for. There does seem, according to what they're saying, that there are a lot of men who have so many options, and men at the moment are and women are bombarded, but particularly men are bombarded with these Instagram looking models, and so the vision of what beauty is sometimes is a little bit skewed. I'm hearing, there's this expectation that we all look like these supermodels who, I mean, they don't even look like themselves, right? They have filters on filters and, maybe they're on their ninth surgery, which in itself is not bad, but at the same time, it's not a one size fits all for all women. So that's the feedback I'm getting. Like men seem to just not value someone who, comes from a good family, like tick, tick, tick box, but it's like, oh, but she doesn't look like the supermodel, or she doesn't look like this person or that celebrity. Because on Facebook, like if you go on Reels, do you see how many beautiful women now? It's just like boom, one after the other. And then if you feed yourself that every day, your mind says, okay, this is the standard then. So why would I settle for anything else if somewhere in Bermuda, there's my curly haired goddess that exists? So, all right, well, she must be here in the world somewhere.